Today, brothers and sisters, I would like to show you some of the awesome features available in the LDS Gospel Library app. These features can greatly enhance your personal study, and I would invite you to take advantage of them. Now, the first thing I want to do before I begin my study is make sure I'm signed in. Up here at the top, if I click on Doctrine and Covenants section 52, it will pull down a drop-down menu. In the top left-hand corner, you'll see an option for settings. The very first option under settings is LDS account. Now, I know that I've signed in because it shows my LDS account username here. If I hadn't have signed in, it would say sign in. Additionally, right below sign in, it will give me the option to create an LDS account if I haven't done so. To create an LDS account, all you need is your membership number, which is available from your ward clerk or on your temple recommend. The advantage to signing in is it allows all of your notes and highlights to transfer over to a new device should something happen to the device you're currently using. Now that I've signed in, I'm going to begin my personal study. Personally, I'm studying covenants right now, and I found this awesome verse in Doctrine and Covenants section 52. The first thing I want to do is mark this verse. So I'm going to highlight it by pressing my finger on a pawn and using these blue circles to select the amount of text that I wish to highlight. Now that I've got it highlighted, the very first option on my menu here is Mark. I'm going to go ahead and click on Mark, and that will mark this verse. Now I can customize with a number of styles. I can choose to have a solid highlight or an underline, and I can also choose a different color. Personally, I'm using green underline to study covenants, and so I'm going to leave it as a green underline. Now that I've highlighted it, I'm going to go ahead and tag it. Now if I put my finger on the highlight again and select it, I can go to this middle option on the first row that says tag, and now I can create a tag for this verse. Now if I want to add a new tag, I simply type it up here in the bar, but since I have already created a tag for covenants, I'm going to go down and I'm going to select that tag. What tagging does is it basically creates a mini topical guide for this topic. Now you can see up here in the top right hand corner, this verse has been tagged with the word covenants. If I click on that tag, it will take me to all of the verses that I have marked that have to do with covenants. This is a great tool for those who study topically. Going back to the verse now, I want to add an annotation. If I select the highlight again and pull my menu back up, the second option on the top row is for a note. I'm going to go ahead and click on note, and I'm going to add my personal insight. Now this is my personal study, so I'm going to give it the title of personal study, and then I'm just going to add my insight. God gives covenant lands to his people. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and you'll see up here in the top right hand corner that note is now attached to this verse. The advantage to this over paper scriptures is I can make these notes as long as I want to. Another cool thing about notes is you can add internet URLs. So earlier I found this great video by Elder Ballard. I'm going to go ahead and copy the URL. I'm going to go back to my Gospel Library app. I'm going to click on these three dots at the top right hand corner of my note. I'm going to click Edit Note, and I'm going to add that URL into my notes. You can see here now that that URL is clickable, and it will take me immediately to that video by Elder Ballard. Now that I've made a note, there's only one more thing I want to do. I want to create a cross-reference for this verse. So if I select the verse again and click on this last one on the top row that says link, I can now cross-reference this verse with any other book in the Gospel Library app. In this case, I'm going to link it to something from Preach My Gospel. I'm going to go to the missionary section to Preach My Gospel to lesson 3 and scroll down to the section on baptism. I'm going to highlight this second paragraph, and then I'm going to click link to Doctrine and Covenants 52:2. Now you can see in the right hand side that that paragraph is there for me to read anytime I read D&C 52:2. I can also click on the blue letters at the top of that link, and it will immediately take me to that section in Preach My Gospel. I hope that this video has been informative.